to Alicia
and Sean
from Kraken Motorsports, and don't forget Lexi. So we are here to show you Natasha. She is my 2011 STI. Absolutely beautiful. I adore this car. And
Natasha is the most powerful, emissions compliant Subaru in the country as far as we know currently.
That's it. Dynoing in at 560 wheel horsepower, 528 pounds of torque.
Yeah, so this car's been kind of a journey for us. It started off as a street car, fully emissions legal. We turned it into a race car. We pulled all of the emissions devices off of it. We pulled the cat off, the TGVs, the air pumps, everything came off of it to make it into a race car. We decided we didn't want to race the car because it was too nice of a car to tear up.
That's it. We decided we didn't want to destroy the car.
Yes, we didn't want to destroy her.
Too much.
So when the green speed thing happened, we decided, hey, this is an excellent opportunity to take this really powerful car, this really cool car that we built, and make something new out of it. So this is our first really big build that is 100% emissions compliant. It is tuned with the Cobb Access Port. Not a single emissions code is turned off, and the car does not throw check engine lights past emissions. We got the plates and the inspection sticker and the tags and everything.
And she's incredibly badass. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Everybody kind of did the whole the sky is falling thing, you know, when this happened, and it's not the end of the world. We can make plenty of power and be fully emissions legal. This car is not the end of the road. Eventually I'd like to put a rotated kit on it and do 7 or 750 or 800 horsepower fully emissions legal with this car. So being emissions legal does not mean that you have to stop building your car, stop having fun with it. We are here to prove that we can build cars that are fully emissions legal and still fun. What Green Speed is it is a movement, I guess. Basically, the government is tired of us tearing up the environment with our cars by blatantly removing, defeating, or deleting emissions devices. So catless cars, getting rid of the EGRs, getting rid of the TGVs, all of these things that help the car to be emissions compliant. Green Speed is basically the industry's response to that. And how we're going to move forward. How do we make speed and still be green? So Green Speed. So companies like ETS and Cobb and the list goes on. You know, a lot of shops out there are starting to do this, and it's basically the industry saying, hey, we have to be more responsible in the way that we build cars, the way that we design parts, the way that we test parts, so that we can get along with everybody and get along with the government and get along with the environmentalists and say, hey, we're not here to destroy the environment. We want to build cool cars. We need to do it responsibly. So this car behind me is our answer to building cool cars responsibly.
That's it. One community. Yeah, we just got back from CODA, which was amazing. Kind of totally geeked out and absolutely a little bit of a dream for this girl. So it was super cool to be there. And yeah, so Cobb was out there and they were testing out their new flex fuel kit. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, fully emissions compliant. They're hoping to even have an EO on it, is what we heard. So we're very excited with, you know, our partnership with Cobb in terms of these Green Speed products and what that means for the future of building cars.
Full build breakdown.
So with Natasha, what we started with was a P2P Racing Kraken Motorsports 650 block. That's our closed deck block. CP pistons, Cali's rods. This car's actually got a stock crankshaft in it because we didn't plan on it going much over 600, 650 horsepower. So that's something that we'll have to address if we do put a rotated kit on this and push it further. The heads are fully built, ported, +1 valves. We've got Kelford cams in it, Kelford C cams in it. Lot of Cobb goodies on this car, a lot of ETS goodies on this car, ID 1700 injectors. We've got 2 Walbro 450 fuel pumps and an iWire hardwire kit. Radium supplied the The intake hanger that holds the fuel pumps, all custom lines from the back to the front, custom intercooler piping, obviously the powder coating, all the carbon fiber, all of that was done in-house here at Kraken. The car made, before, when it was a race car, we made right at 600 to the wheels. It was like 593 to the wheels and about 540 torque. So right now the car's sitting at 561. So by adding back all of the emissions equipment, that's a CAT, that's the TGVs, that's the air pumps, the EGR, the external wastegate is now recirculated back in front of the CAT, so all of the exhaust goes through the catalytic converter. We only lost 30 horsepower. That's actually pretty impressive considering the amount of flow that we had to change to put the emissions devices back on the car.
Okay, so one of the really cool parts about this car also is that it is daily driven. So I drive it as much as I possibly can, and we take it to the track, we take it to the drag strip, and so the car is just absolutely amazing, super fun. We have amazing partnerships with our sponsors. ZF Designs created a really kick-butt clutch for me, which is just really awesome. So it's great for street and for racing. But yeah, definitely had to take it down a notch at the drag strip, back to really the bracket class. But that's okay, it's worth it because she's super nice on the street, super good ride, and enough power to get out of the way when I want to or need to.
Yeah, we've taken this car on 2 different cross-country rallies now. Both of them about 3,000 miles. We went with a bunch of exotic cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Mercedes, just big, crazy power cars. And this car in both instances actually impressed quite a few people on the rally, that it was able to keep up, that the car was durable. It made it the entire 3,000 miles the
Don't
first
worry,
time.
you guys will remain nameless.
Yeah, we're not going to call
Just
you out.
saying.
It made it the entire rally the first time. The second time we knew the motor was a little hurt when we went on the rally. The car still made 2,800 miles out of the 3,000 miles. We were 164 miles from the hotel when the motor finally let go. And that is beating on the car pretty much constantly for a week. We've been very, very impressed with how well this build has held up over the years.
Yeah, and that was an older motor, so then we switched over to the P2P motor and haven't had a problem.
Haven't had an issue since. Part of the key of this car working so well is our partnership with Datsun Tuning. The tuning on the car is really paramount to making sure that all of these emissions devices function properly and the car still makes power. Calvin with Datsun Tuning has been tuning with the Cobb Access Port for, I don't even know, like
Forever.
He's tuned thousands of cars with the access port, and his expertise in how to wring the most out of these motors really came in handy in terms of tuning this car and getting it to work the way that we want it to.